Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here today on this beautiful day. I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having an amazing day. My name's Amanda Kolbaba. I am a Reiki healer, intuitive. I work with helping and supporting people on their spiritual journey. I am also a massage therapist. I do cranial sacral therapy, reflexology, and sound healing. So I do quite an array to help support people in their journey, whether it's spiritual, if they're in pain, I help support people and work with their healing. And today I'm doing a very exciting video on the beauty of our power. And I have 5 tips for you in reclaiming our power. And though I didn't really want to use the word reclaiming, since our power of energy is just a part of our natural being, it's already there. And it's really about more of a remembering, since in this world we have been encouraged and programmed and conditioned out of that energy space. We've been programmed and very much encouraged to work within a place of being powerless. And this has really hurt us in many different ways, especially in wanting to live a very happy, abundant, and productive life. Because if we're creating or we're trying to create and we're in a energy space of being powerless, there's no support, there's no push, there's no foundation really to create that, whether it's, creating a love connection relationship or creating that perfect job or bringing in a really amazing opportunity for yourself. There's just nothing there grounding you, supporting you, and giving your creations and manifestations that, you know, um, push and support that it needs to go out there and attract and bring back to you. It really is all about, sorry, 2 thoughts in my head here. It's really about bringing in and being in an energy space. And I spoke about this in a video I did in the beginning of July to do with our a sacred space that we create and our energy frequency. This is very much about that. It really is about everything. And we can take any any issue, we can take any topic, abundance. Um, Abundance is the biggest one. Power, safety, all of that. It's really all a part. It's all our energy. It's all naturally in us. However, we forgot about it. We never lost it because that's a part of us. Our power, our love, our strength, our courage, our abundance. What we are is this is all a part of us. This is our energy, and we live and work in this. But when we came to this planet, we had a couple of things that happened to us that programmed or brainwashed or traumatized us and shifted us out of that energy space. And we are now trying to create in this other energy space that is not natural to us, but we have been working in it and it's been repetitive. So now we believe that it's a part of us, and it's very hard to get out of that. So I do have some really easy steps to shift us or remember our power and be in it and work in it. I hope it helps you. I hope it gives you the support or maybe some insight, some gems of wisdom for you to take away. If it doesn't resonate for you, it's not for you, but hopefully it does work for you a little bit. So let's dive deep into this because this is like one of my favorite topics and really important. And one thing before, sorry, we do dive into this is I do have some really exciting announcements that I have at the end of this video that are coming up for the fall. And please stay around or take a listen to it at some point because, yeah, I think you guys will really enjoy it and like it. So please take a look. Okay, so I've also gotten quite creative in my presentation. So I hope you guys like it. I worked really hard on it. If you guys do like me simply talking to you like this, I can do that too. But I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So let me know how you enjoy it. So let me bring it up for you. There we go. All right. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Hopefully you guys can see that. So the beauty of your power is what we are talking today about, and we're going to go into the 5 steps in a minute. So this is my little presentation. I hope you like the picture, the beautiful sun. So the beauty of your power. Power is a natural state of being. Like I said, this is our energy. This is who we are. This is the space that we live and we work in. It's natural. It's just part of our being. Can't go out of that. That's just who we are. And you stood in your power. Sorry, I went over there. I skipped. At birth, you were as bright as the sun. You stood in your power and allowed your light to shine out into the world. You were proud and brave. You walked in confidence. You were vocal in your needs. Now, you may not remember this, but when you were born, this was who you were. You were that brilliant, bright sun. You came in, you just had this great confidence and power about you. And then you terrified your parents, and things started to go downhill from there. I'm saying that in a humorous way when I say we terrified our parents. Um, and I will explain this a little bit more by what I mean. So when we shifted out of the energy of power, it was for many different reasons. One, it was to make others feel better. And this is what I meant when I jokingly said we terrified our parents. Our parents already have been through so much trauma, possibly brainwashing, programming, going into a state of fear or a place of feeling powerless. So when this beautiful, bright being comes in full of confidence and assertiveness and just all out there, it that shakes people up. And being very, very sensitive, we felt that. It really affected us. And because we are beings of love, we don't want to hurt other people, especially our parents. We don't want people to feel self-conscious around us or being triggered by us and lashing out. So we very gently pulled back this power, this brightness, this confidence, this assertiveness to allow others around us. We also felt their trauma too, and we didn't understand it. We didn't know what to do with it. And we weren't supposed to either. But again, being in a new form, being new onto this planet, we really didn't know how to respond or what to do. So, of course, we softened ourselves, we pulled back. This world is all about programming into being powerless. It is, because there's so many people out there who like to control or want to control others. So if we listen to our songs, our music, if we look at movies and our TV shows, if what we read in the news, we're constantly bombarded with the energy of being powerless, the energy of being a victim. It is almost romanticized and looked on as being a good thing to be a victim. And it's very much supported, and how our structures, how our society has been structured and created really does want us to constantly be in a place of victimhood. And we are practiced that from very, very early on to be that way. And we grow up as adults that we have slowly shifted out of our power very, very young into a place of working in being powerless. And then, of course, we've been traumatized. Anybody who's been traumatized, especially very young, but even as adults, if we're traumatized, a major car accident, or an abusive relationship, somebody suddenly who's very close to us suddenly dies. There is a lot of trauma where we haven't learned to work with that trauma within that period that we need to work on healing and dealing with that trauma. And it really does hurt our sense of power. And again, once more, it shifts us into an energy place of being powerless. And again, none of this is our fault. None of this is our parents' fault. I'm not meaning that at all because they have been through this. What it is that this planet has been created and structured in a way of being powerless. So we have learned, we've been in a sort of a lesson of what is being powerless. It's not a great feeling. But there is some real great gems of wisdom and truth in being in a place of being powerless. It allows us the challenge to really truly understand a place of being powerful and what that means. And powerful does, or in your power, does not mean um, a hierarchy or a status of money or a profession, or just we look up to certain people and put them on pedestals. That's a very ego place of power, and it's not real power, it's an illusion of power. And those people tend to be extremely insecure and tend to be the ones with the least power. They've given most of their power away, or I should say, shifted out of their power into a place of powerlessness. So they've needed to create false ways to prop themselves up. And we all do this in little ways. Of course, there's people who are on in a place that is bigger, such as celebrities. And I'm not saying all celebrities are insecure or have this, but what I'm saying is we can look at that. It's quite an illusion. It's a well done illusion, actually, quite glamorous. But we all do this to some extent in smaller ways within ourselves. Whereas, we put other people down to prop ourselves up or make ourselves feel a bit better, or a group of people. We've all done this. We're all human. This is part of the experience. But it is to learn and understand this. And when we've shifted into an energy of being powerlessness, fear is our response when we tell someone or a situation, you have the power, I don't. And depending on the amount of power you hand over, determines the intensity of the fear. And a great example of this is money and abundance. If you've ever had fears around abundance and money, especially, a lot of people do. A lot of people take the power and put power onto money and what money means and what it's all about. And the more we do that, the more fear we actually have over it. And it's harder and more difficult to heal and to break out of that enslavement that we have created there. Okay, so I think that was my two. All right, so let's go into our tips. There's some 5 tips that I created that I hope will help support you shift yourself out of being powerless, also help you recognize when you are being powerless, and shift you back into a place of your power and remembering your power, being in your power. So the first one is remember what it is to be in your power. We don't remember. Maybe in some situations or in some ways we do, but we don't clearly have the full picture, the full feeling of that energy. And today I'm going to do an exercise with you that I hope helps you to remember, I hope it helps to bring you back into that place. Number 2 is know what it means to be powerless. If we don't understand the definition of powerless, if we don't see what it is to be powerless and how we are acting powerless, then we can't change anything. We have no awareness to it. So, this is about having an awareness to seeing yourself when you are in that energy space. Because when you do, then you have the power to shift out of it. Recognize and acknowledge the space of energy you are in. When you recognize and acknowledge it, you have just shifted yourself out of being powerless into your energy of power. Because you've acknowledged it, you are just already just that. You are starting to shift out and move out of it. And we'll go into each of these steps a little bit more in depth. Number 4, know you always have a choice and options. This is huge. Being powerlessness or being powerless, oh, what a word, right? Can't even say it. Being powerless always is about you not having choices or options, that you're stuck in a situation, that there's nothing for you to do. So even if you don't see it or know it, just by saying, I do have choice, I do have options, you're shifting yourself back into your power. And therefore, you will begin to manifest that instead of manifesting powerlessness by that there's nothing there. Number 5, taking action. Practice being in the energy of your power. And again, we're going to go through all of this in a little bit more depth to help you really have a deeper understanding and awareness of all of this. So hopefully this can support and help you in shifting, especially out of places within your life where you feel like there is no power. And we're going to see how that is a complete illusion. Okay, so our first tip, remember what it means to be in your power. So again, power is part of our energy. We just have named this energy power, our inner power. It flows and runs through us. It is a space we also create around us. It is how we work in manifesting and creating in life. It gives that push, that foundation, that support to what we are doing. And when we live within that power, we can do anything. And this again, going back to ego power versus true power, power is nothing that you do to somebody else or put onto somebody else. That is not energy of power. Being in your energy of power is being simply in it. You just are. And this is why I wanted to use the example of the lion. And we just came out of the season of Leo, the Great Lion. We just came out and moved out of the Lion Gate portal, which was all about to do with this energy. So I'm bringing you back to it because it's good, it's powerful. So let's do a little bit of an exercise because, again, I can talk your ears off, but if you are not experiencing it, it doesn't mean anything. So let us First of all, I'm going to have you look at this picture of the lion just very gently. Soften your gaze and maybe take a couple of deep breaths, just bringing yourself really into your body, into the present. And just very gently look at this lion and see what you see. What do you feel from this lion? How does this lion speak to you? Think of the way a lion moves and how it acts. It doesn't need, the lion doesn't need to do anything. It doesn't go really after anything on purpose unless it's food. It doesn't bully, it just is. It just bees. And as it just is, you can feel the power of its energy just coming out of the lion's pores. It's within his whole physical being. It's in that look. And it's this is its natural look. It's not creating any kind of other expression. There's no effort. This is just a being. And now I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take that feeling, that visual, whatever other information sense you received from here, and I want you to put that into your own body. I want you to put that feeling into yourself and feel it within yourself. I want you to take that visual and bring that visual into yourself. That knowing, maybe there was a sound. Use your intuitive senses to bring that energy into your own being, into your own self, and just be within it. If you have any discomfort that comes up in this process, fear, resistance, just be with it. And if it is very intense, do pull back. There's no point in forcing anything. Don't force. This is very much just being in the energy. This just simply tells you that there needs to be some healing work done, and that's okay. That's expected, really. When you feel ready, take a couple of deep breaths and bring yourself out of this. This is an exercise you can work with, working with the energy of the lion, If there is another type of being, such as an animal or an ascended master, um, nature, anything within nature, don't pick a person, please, just because we're all have so much different energies. We're complicated. But let's go pure to the source, Mother Earth, and connect with that energy of power and bring it into yourself to help connect and unlock the doorways within yourself to your own power. And practice this exercise quietly on your own, just being within it. And as fears or blocks, resistance come up, you can work with that. We're going to do a meditation a little bit later, not too long, but later to help you with these resistance, fears, and blocks. We'll go a little bit deeper for that. I'll go a little deeper for that with you in a little bit. But right now, just practicing and getting comfortable in the energy of your power once more is really important. And just being, don't have to do anything else, just being in that energy space. And if this is easy for you, if you're quite comfortable with this, then I ask you to do this, or when you're ready, to do this where you are in a space that you feel comfortable, where you walk and do things within that power, with your intention being in the energy of your power. That as you, like, maybe you're in your house and you're cleaning or just doing things within the home, feel that energy of power in you, feel it around you, just be within it. And then if you become comfortable with that, take it outside, take it to your workplace, take it onto the street where you're with intention, you're in this energy of power. And again, you're not putting power onto others. That's not what this power is about. This is being within your inner power all the time. And again, in different ways, different places, there may be fears or blocks, resistance that do come up. And again, you can work with that in a different way. Okay. But starting to really understand, recognize, remember your own power is like the number one thing to do, because this is your power. And when you get comfortable and feel grounded within it, then you will start to notice that you start to attract really great things into your life, that your own manifestations are faster, are pure, are clear, and are really, really great. So try this out and see how it works for you. And again, you have to practice it. This isn't just going to come. So, because like I said, we have been conditioned out of being in this space. It's there within our subconscious. So we have to practice to shift back into being powerful. And that takes us to the second step, which is knowing what it means to be powerless. And I have some very general points here, and we could probably do 20 pages of points of being powerless. But it's really about understanding you, and when you play that victim card, or you play that, or you're being in that place of being powerless. So just a couple of ones that I wrote down that came to my mind is being powerless is you feel stuck in a situation with no options or choices. And this is really about being powerless. That powerless is basically that there are no choices or options for you. And that is simply incorrect. You might not see them, but there always are. But again, if you're in a space of being powerless, you have to believe there are no options or choices. You are a victim to circumstances and life. And again, It's always being something done to you. Somebody's doing something to you. Life is doing something to you. It's not your fault. And again, that's a place of being powerless. Because if you said to yourself, wait a minute, no, 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 I'm not taking this behavior anymore. I'm not going to put myself into these positions anymore. As soon as you start doing that, you're shifting into a place of your power. You feel you have no value. There's your abundance, money. Justice can only be found by others, judged to be professionals. Discernment comes into this, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. You cannot take action. You can't take action. You believe in lack. And again, there's the abundance. It can be sometimes challenging or a little bit difficult to look at ourselves and be like, yep, I was the victim in this. I was playing victim here. Yeah, no, I went into a place of powerlessness here. It's not always fun to have to admit that, but we all do it. You're not alone. I can tell you many, many, many times where I have played this. And I will probably still play this to an extent because we are here on a journey. We are here as adventurers and explorers. And let me tell you, it is an adventure and it's a challenging one. And it's not always pleasant. It's not always comfortable. And sometimes we really have to be honest with ourselves and look at ourselves and be like, yeah, okay, maybe I need to get out of this like self-pity party now. And I can tell you for myself, there's been times I don't so much do this anymore, but I did this for quite a while. And I look back and I'm like, yeah, I'm okay with it. It's fine. Um, I'm going to be kind to myself. Where things happened, and I definitely went into that self-pity. And I knew I was in that self-pity and being a victim. And I would say to myself and my guides, I'm like, I know what I'm doing here. I know I'm playing victim. I know I'm having a self-pity party here, but I need to do this. I need to do this for a little bit. I need to be in this energy, even though I know it wasn't healthy. But after a couple of days, I gave myself a couple of days, usually 2 to 3, and then I would be like, okay, it's enough. It's time to get out of this. It's time to figure out what the lessons are here. It's time to delve in and find the wisdom of this situation or what's going on in this relationship. And it's all okay. And so it's okay for you to be, I've said this before lots of times, that every energy space is sacred, whether we would judge it to be negative or positive. It really doesn't matter. It's our experience. And in that moment, we want to experience that. There is a level of giving consent. We do have, um, we are able to give consent. We do, on some levels, give consent. And that is okay. It's okay to want to be in a situation that isn't so healthy for us, that we know. But there's a reason why we're there. And sometimes we do get frustrated, like, why are we here? Why can't we get out? Why is it taking so long? And sometimes it's just simply we need to delve a little bit more. There's a little bit more experience to gain a deeper wisdom here. And that is all good. That is all okay. But then we do come to a time, to a place where, yeah, okay, I can acknowledge what I've been playing, where I have been playing, what sandbox I've been playing in. Now it's time to move to a different one, maybe to a healthier, cleaner one. But we do have to acknowledge, we do have to recognize. And before we can recognize and acknowledge, we do have to understand the times and places and our own personal ways of practicing and being in a place of being powerless. So again, we have very general, easy ones to look at that everybody really plays across the board, but in your own specific ways, you have a specific way of playing this, and to really have a deeper understanding and awareness of how that is for you, the definitions that you play in, what does that mean, is really important there. Okay, so let us go to tip 3, which is coming to recognize and acknowledging the space of energy you are in, which is what I also just spoke about. Um, Things that can help you with this, to help with you in healing, uh, to shifting yourself out of that place of being powerless, to coming back into a place of being in your power. When we can recognize and acknowledge the space of energy we are in, we can then move forward and asking very important questions that will really help um, deepen this shift and awareness and help with our healing. And so these are questions that I do for myself, and they really do help me a lot, actually. So that's why I'm giving this to you. I hope it does help you as well. And the questions that I'll ask myself when I am in a situation or in a relationship that is where I feel like I'm the victim or I'm being in a place of powerlessness, and there's another person or the situation, it has overtaken me, I will ask these questions. Where did I give away my power in this situation? That's what I'll say. Where did I give away my power here? What's going on? Like, where did my power go? How did I give my power away to this? Or if it's a relationship, a person, why or how did I give my power away to this person? This one is really, really important when it comes to relationships, because if there is a really big issue within a relationship where you are being victimized, this person usually is actually representing somebody from your past. Most of the time, it can represent one of your parents or an adult from childhood. And so the person you've attracted, you haven't really attracted that person you think. You really attracted the energy of somebody from your past. And that's how you need to look at it. That's how you'll heal from this and be able to break that attracting energies of people that do not support you, do not really value you or love you, which is what you're looking for. So really, really important to ask these questions. And the other thing that helps when you ask these questions is immediately you begin to detach from the situation, from the person. And you have to detach from the situation. You have to become the observer to be able to be like, what is really going on here? This isn't specifically about this person. It's not actually, it's about their energy. This situation isn't the literal situation, it's the energy of the situation. And again, this goes back to sacred energy, sacred spaces, our frequency and vibration. It always comes back to energy. We take everything so literal outside of ourselves. The world out there, the physical world, is so enticing. It's so magical. It's so shiny. We love shiny things. We get so attracted to shiny things, but it distracts us from the root issues, which everything is energy. It's not the person, it's not the literal situation, it's the energy behind this that is playing out, that has the gems of wisdom for you, that will help you expand your consciousness, will help you evolve in life, will help you heal, will help you now attract and create from a high vibrational place. instead of lower from a place of victim or being powerless. So I can't stress that enough when I say it's not the person, it's not the literal situation, it's the energy of it. And you can only connect and work with the energy if you're able to detach and step back, observe, see the whole situation from a distance, and really look at the energy. And these questions help you to connect with the energy of the situation that's playing out. Because it is about where did I give my power away? Again, you're looking at your energy, not the situation. You're like, the you are, but it's the energy of the situation. So you're matching your energy. So when you ask these questions, you're actually what you're doing when you step back from this is you're taking your energy and seeing how it matches the other energy in that situation or person. And when you can, and we're going to do this, this is actually what we're going to do in a meditation in a few minutes. So you can really hone in and go into that energy, see it, feel it, understand it, hopefully. Okay, so this is how you do it. And you begin working in the energy space of power when you start to do this because you're taking action, you're causing a shift, you're looking at it not from a victim place, but from a place of there's a lesson here. I need to analyze this. I need to work in this energy and see what is this about for me. It's not comfortable. I really don't like it, but I need to dive in a little bit deeper to bring out the real wisdom and understand it. So now I can take this lower form of energy and bring it into a higher place of vibration, bring it into the light from the darkness, bring it into the light. Hope that's clear for everybody. It's really, really important. But like I said, we are going to do a meditation in regards to that. So hopefully it will help. Tip number 4, know you always have choice and options. Honestly, if you feel stuck in a situation or in a relationship and you just don't know what to do, all I would say to you is start to tell yourself that you have choices, that there are options, even if you don't see it. Because once you start saying that, you start to create that, and that's empowering. So that's all you have to do. It's really interesting. This is a little bit like this, but also a little bit not. But it is a good example. But I will have dreams. They drive me crazy, these dreams. And yeah, my guides love to give me these dreams. So I will have dreams when I'm not seeing something that I do need to see, or I'm not getting something within my outside world. I will have dreams where in the dream I can't open my eyes. My lids feel so heavy and I just can't open my eyes. And not only that I can't open my eyes in this dream, but I'm usually driving my car. And I'm like, so in the dream, it's high anxiety because like I can't open my eyes and I'm driving. So, I mean, I think you guys can get what that means. It's like I'm not seeing where I'm going. Or I'll be standing. I just remembered this. This was a while back, but I'm standing in the middle of a road where cars are around and I can't open my eyes to see. And so I don't know where to move, where to go. So, yes, they do really drive me crazy. And I remember them so clearly when I wake up because my spirit guides are like, you need to see something. So, what I will start to do is I will start to say to myself throughout the day over and over again, like a mantra, I will say, I now see the truth. I now know the truth. And I will just keep saying it over and over again. I now see the truth. I now see the truth. I now see the truth. And I'll just say it like whenever I remember throughout the day, I'll just keep saying that. And as and then eventually what happens is I end up seeing it. I end up knowing. I end up getting whatever it is I was meant to see or know. And what I'm doing by saying this mantra over and over again, and it comes to like positive affirmations where you say over and over again, it shifts your energy and it shifts you into a place of your power where you are creating. Yes, I know what it is. I see it now. So this is what I would say to you if you are feeling stuck and you really just don't see your options, you don't see a choice, you have convinced yourself and brainwashed yourself into being like, nope, this is it. There's nothing else out there. I would suggest that you start saying something like this for yourself, that you do now see, bring it into the now. I now see my options. I know now I have a choice. And just keep saying it to yourself because you will create those options. You will start to see those options. You will start to see your choices. You will know it, see it, and then be able to take action. Um, And then I have also here, be open to another way of approaching the situation. Again, allow your attitude to be more flexible, more open, because again, being powerless and saying to yourself, there's no options or ways of doing this, you become constricted in your energy. Your energy becomes tight and all inwards. And it's not only is it tight, but it becomes like you're in a box. You can't get out of the box. You want your attitude to be flexible and open and expansive and taking in everything and pulling in all the other like possibilities out there that you have no idea exist yet. And that's okay. You're not supposed to know everything always all at once. It's okay to be in a process and allow that process to unfold like a journey, which is what exactly it is, a journey. And of course, ask your guides for information and help. They will always help you if you ask. They're always there. Even when you're not really asking, they're helping you with your dreams or in other ways, but they are there. Uh, yes, there are always options and choices. Always, always, always. It is you who tell yourself and brainwash yourself into believing not. Try to have that attitude of openness. And sometimes, like I said, we want to be in that space of constriction, and that's okay too. But you don't always want to stay there. You don't want to stay there for too long. All right. So, our last tip before we get into our meditation today, take action, which is already that I've been speaking about, shifting the energy back into your power. And all of these steps are doing just that, where you are moving, recognizing that you are in a place of being powerless and shifting it back to your power to be in your power. And also practicing even when there's nothing going on, like there's no situations or no, difficult relationships that you need to be working in or discovering in that, but just simply practice right now when that you haven't created anything that puts you in a place of being powerless. Begin being in your natural state of power all the time. And when you see outside of yourself, the news or other people talking or a movie or TV show or read something that is powerless or hear music that the song is very powerless, uh, acknowledge that that is what it is. That is that energy over there. That is somebody else's experience that they created or they have to go through for their own karma, their own lessons, or their own experience on this planet. Don't take it into yourself. Don't be a part of that. Strong boundaries. That's over there. That's about them. This is my sacred space here. This is where I want to be living and working in. And begin to practice that on a daily basis. And as you do this, you begin to open yourself up to higher vibrational opportunities, experiences, evolution, growth. And also know as you do this, other people will notice. Other people will be like, what are you doing? Are you wearing something different? Are you doing something with your hair? Are you, what's happening? Are you in a new relationship? Like, what's going on with you? And you can help them pass this information on or simply inspire them to be in a higher place within their own power. It's very healing for other people. When you heal yourself, you begin to help other people heal too. So just practicing, you don't like I said, we are very much encouraged and our society is created to be practicing constantly being in an energy of powerlessness and the victim. So why can't we flip it and take our power back and say, you know what? Every day I'm going to take 5 minutes to just feel and be in my own power. And when I go out and about, I'm going to try to hold on to the intention that I stay in this place. It's okay if you get thrown off. It's can be a bit challenging out there. But again, when you acknowledge other spaces of powerlessness and respect it, it's not about you, it's about somebody else, then you are acknowledging it, you see it, you respect it, but you're not taking it in. Therefore, it doesn't have power over you anymore, where you're not consciously aware or experiencing it, where you're not taking it in subconsciously now and it affecting you from that level. Now you are definitely in a place of power. Um, and remember too, and this is what we're going to do in a minute next with this meditation, is you don't need to go out there and do something big to put yourself or heal and put yourself into a place of power. That's not necessary. That can be really scary too. I've done it before. It's scary. And we will all do it. And it's not like I'm saying you don't have to do it. You can do it, and we all do it. But it can sometimes be too much. The fear can be too much. So I do want to stress that it is actually more powerful to do this shifting and work on your own within yourself through meditation and healing. So again, know when you shift the energy within yourself, when you create that energy space, when you're connected back into the flow and energy of empowerment or your inner power, then everything outside of you shifts and changes. You don't need to deal with it from the out inwards. From inwards is best because it shifts the outwards. And it is where the power is. This is where the power lies. Another way is using discernment. I talked about how the society is very much created where we have to look up to certain professionals, people who we believe know better. And yes, in some cases, yes. But we have to remember too that everybody is human, everybody makes mistakes. People don't always know that what's best for you. And because of this, we need to practice discernment. Does this information or does this person that's giving me the information, does this feel right for me? It might be right for somebody else, but it might not be right for you. Does something here feel off? Is this really for me? And then trusting that information. And I do really believe that humanity will reach a level where we are very much once more strong in our intuitive abilities and trusting them, that we will not need another person that telling us information. I don't believe that that's right now. Maybe for some people, and great if that's you. Really, really great. I really hope so. I don't really think that's right now, but I do believe very strongly, I don't know how far away we are from it, that one day we won't need this. It won't be necessary. That it will be, yes, your intuition is like, you know what? Something's not right with our health. Something's going on here. Time to go to the doctor or time to go to a healer to get treatment. And you will be 100% right. You don't need a doctor to say that. Now, right now, yes, you do. I'm not saying doctors are not good, not at all. That's an extreme example. And right now, please, if you don't feel right, go to a doctor. But I do think one day humanity will come to a place of higher consciousness, expanded consciousness, where we will be completely trusting and strong within our intuitive beliefs and understanding of them and the way we use it. Right now, not quite, but at the same time, we do need to start practicing this. So one day, maybe, possibly, we can be there. And definitely your own inner discernment, information will help you with this. And of course, your intuition, this is your intuition actually. And I will do a video on strengthening, developing intuition more because it really is part of our power. Okay, I hope this has really helped you or giving you some insight or guidance or information on your inner power and creating power in your life because we really, really need to be in our power now. We need to step into that. We need it back now. We have done a lot of amazing work in understanding what it is to be powerless and be a victim. But it is time to move back into our power to really help humanity heal and grow and expand as well as Mama Earth. It's time. We need to step up. So, I promised you a meditation to help with some of this. I know this one, I have a feeling this video is quite long, but this is a very powerful video, I hope, and a lot of information for you. And I do hope it does help. So as we move into the meditation portion, please find yourself in a place of comfort, of quietness and peace, where you won't be disturbed. You may want to put some of your own music on, burn some incense, light a candle. And I ask you to slowly close your eyes and begin focus on the breath, breathing nice and deeply into the abdomen. And with your breath, feel yourself opening up, expanding. And as you exhale, feel yourself letting go, releasing tension, any holding, feeling yourself deepening within your being. within this beautiful, bright, loving being that you are. Allow your awareness to float deeper and deeper. I want you to bring your awareness now to your solar plexus, which is the top of your stomach. And I want you to visualize a beautiful, glorious, bright sun. Seeing that beautiful yellow light filling this whole center of your body, the whole center of your being. Allow this beautiful yellow light to extend rays up, down to the sides, warming and filling. And see or feel or just have intention of these rays moving up from the sun, touching up to your heart. From your heart, moving and flowing up into the throat, up into your third eye, the crown chakra, the top of your head. And see these beautiful yellow rays of light moving downwards from your sun, from the solar plexus, moving down into the lower belly, the sacral chakra, into the root chakra, which is the tailbone, at the tailbone, moving down through the legs into the feet. Allowing the sun's rays from the sides to move down, up and down through the shoulders, down through the arms, to the hands, the fingers. And as these beautiful, strong yellow rays of light that are coming from the center of your being, the solar plexus, where it's the core is nice and strong, these beautiful rays extend that strength, that courage, that power up and down through the body, staying connected to that center core of your solar plexus. And allow that yellow light, that sun, the fire to burn away any blocks in your channels that are trying to connect to these chakras and areas of your body. Clear away any blocks. Soften, warm those places of resistance. Surround and warm and soothe any places of fear. And now bring the awareness back to the center, the core, and that solar plexus. Still allowing those beautiful rays from this core, radiating out all over. I want you to call in a guide. Maybe it's the lion, maybe it's another animal or a nature element. Maybe it's your guardian angel or a spirit guide, a loved one, ascended master. But call in a guide that you trust, that's going to help you with healing a situation that you have been in before, that maybe you haven't completely taken your power back from. Thank this guide for being with you and helping you, guiding you, and supporting you in this journey that we're about to take. And I want you to take a moment or two to think of a past experience or a present one. It can be a situation, it can be with a person where you have not felt like you were in your power. And maybe the situation has to do with abundance or money. It could be something big and general like that. It can be a very specific situation, a specific experience you had with somebody, or maybe still are having a challenging time with somebody. But I want you to think of that. And with your guide, I want you to see that situation happening in front of you, but you're a bit behind it. You're a little bit of a distance, but I want you to see it playing out in front of you. And I want you to ask the question, where did I give my power away in this situation? Why did I give my power away to this person? Now, maybe the answer is going to just reveal itself to you. Maybe it's jumped up into your mind already. But if not, I want you to use your intuition. You're going to feel out, if you're an empath and you feel energy, I want you to feel out the energy that's taking place in front of you. And again, you're detached from it. You're not in it. If you are more clairvoyant or a visual person, what are you seeing here? If you are a person that is more clairaudient, where sound, what is the sound playing out in this? What are the words that you're hearing? Not what has maybe literally you heard, but what are you really hearing behind those words? What is the real message behind? If somebody is saying something to you, what are they really saying? What's behind their words? What's really behind your words? What are you truly meaning to say? And as you Observe, detached this situation. Be open to receive the messages of what this is really about, of where you gave your power away. And remember, your guide is there to help you too. Ask your guide if you have any, if you're struggling, if this is difficult, and be open to hear the truth. Now, if you have received information, you've received insight, this automatically will shift you in regaining your power because you now see the truth. You now know what it's about. If you're not sure or you haven't received too much, I would simply ask you to continue to do this and ask the questions again, even within your mind throughout the day, and there will be more information that will come to you. You will attract more because you are putting that out there. You are creating this. You are in the energy of it. And again, if you are an empath, if you get into the energy, the feeling of those emotions, step back from that, stay detached from it, and see in a way of analyzing what is it really about. And in all these ways, you will be able to shift the energy here. Remember too that if this is about a person that you keep attracting, a type of person or a challenging situation, as soon as you shift the energy and heal it, you're no longer going to attract that type of person. You will no longer attract those situations. Also, if this is a person that is around you a lot in your life, if it's a family member or somebody else, the relationship will shift and improve and get better naturally. I know this from experience. I've had this happen in a massive way. So I can guarantee you it does work. It just takes some time. It takes some in-depth work and healing, and things will happen. Stay the course. You're doing great. I ask that you now bring your awareness just within the core of yourself, feeling the energy of the sun flowing up and through and down you, clearing away blocks and resistance. Thank your guide for being with you today and working with you. And know that you can always do this work on your own as long and as much as you want. Thank yourself for being so brave and so courageous to do this work. This was not easy. This was challenging. Give yourself that thanks. You so deserve it. And slowly bring your awareness back to your breath, breathing nice and deeply into yourself. Just allowing yourself to be peaceful, calm. Exhale out any tension that may have come up throughout this meditation exercise. Breathe it out. Let it go. It no longer serves you. Slowly bring your awareness back to your surroundings, back into the physical body, wiggling your fingers and toes. Gently flutter your eyelids open, bringing yourself back into your space, into the present, knowing that you made it, you did it, you went there. I really hope that this has helped some of you, given you some support, ideas, thoughts. If there are any questions or concerns or anything you want to ask me or ask me to do a video on, please email me or comment and let me know, and I will definitely do that for you. I have some ideas, but I definitely love to do that for the fall for all of you. If you guys are enjoying this, if you want more meditations or shamanic journeying, anything like that, please let me know as I am structuring and working towards the fall. And just before we go, I just have a little bit left here for you, and it is the announcements for what I have prepared for you for the fall. I'm just going to stop sharing this screen, though, and let me bring up very quickly because I have it all down so you can see it easily. I think this is it. Okay. All right. Hopefully you guys see that. All right. My upcoming offerings. Yes. Okay. My upcoming offerings. All right. So just very quickly, I will go through this. The biggest thing that I'm excited about all of this. But the first one is I am going to be offering a monthly. It's going to be free and it's going to be live as well if you're able to make it. It will be energy reading and meditation. Now, what this is, let me just, make sure you understand what this means. So the energy reading will be an energy reading for that month. So Monday, September 2nd, I will be doing a live free reading for the energies of the month of September, which is going to be big because it's our eclipse. We're starting our eclipse season. We have the fall equinox. So yes, there's going to be a lot of energy going on. So I will be pulling some cards. I will probably, I'm feeling strongly to do my tarot for the September reading. But I also work with the archangels and fairies and our ancestors and I love working with oracle cards and everything. They just give so much depth and understanding and wisdom. So the energy reading for each month what it's going to be doing for you is I'm hoping it will help support you throughout what you're doing in that month. It will give you some ideas of what may be challenging or what may be coming up what to watch out for, and to really just sort of support you for the month and, give you that support and groundedness of what you're doing in that month and where you're going. And again, it's going to be a general reading. I'm going to stress that I will not be doing personal readings in this group. Depending on how many people show up, we don't have time. It's also a lot of energy for me to do. I'm not able to do that, but I will be doing one, and you can ask me questions if you like about it, depending on the time. So I will be doing that. And then I will be giving a guided meditation after that. It won't be very long. It'll probably be 15 to 20 minutes where to help you really align yourself with the energy of that month and help you with whatever you're doing in your life, whether if you're trying to manifest or create something, going somewhere new, anything like that. So hopefully that will help you. And like I said, it's going to be free. It will be live as well. And this video is going out on probably Tuesday, and I will send out another email with the link to this for the webinar and the time as well. So you have all of that. And I will be recording it. So if you're not able to always make it, depending on day and time, I will record it and I will have it up for you on my YouTube as well as my website. So for this one, yes, Monday, September 2nd, I'm planning to do it. I'm not sure about the time yet, but like I said, by Friday, the end of this week, you should be getting that email. And if you don't see it, please email me and I will send you that link right away. Okay. And then the other offerings for this month, just letting you know that I am doing one-on-one sessions. Whether it's remote or in-person treatments and readings. So Reiki, I can do remote as well as any type of readings like tarot, archangel, fairy, or ancestors, animals. And this is to really help you in your own journey, to support you, to give you advice, guidance, where you're going, what you've been working on, what is coming for you. And the Reiki is just a beautiful energy healing, very, very deep energy healing to help you clear away blocks or any resistance that is preventing you from moving forward in life or any past traumas. And if you live in my area, in-person treatments are great too. You just need to email me and let me know, or go onto my website and you can make an appointment there too, which is down here, www.heartalchemy.ca, and my email address, which you guys know, it's all on the newsletter as well as on my website or on the YouTube where I put this as well. And then the last thing that I just wanted to let you guys all know is that I am now offering calls from August 27th to September 17th, September 10th, for the Art Alchemy series. So my Heart Alchemy series, you can definitely get all this information on my website. It's Heart Alchemy series, yeah, right on my website there. And I'm offering the calls. The calls are to see if this is right for you, if you are interested in working with me. And this would be for a period of 3 months or 6 months. It is something that you would be making a commitment. We would both be making a commitment with each other to work together. And these calls, like I said, is to see only if this is right for you, if this is something that would help you. And what it's about is really if you are struggling with an area of your life, or if there has been a lot of trauma where you need a lot of healing, or if you are wanting to expand consciousness and evolve and really begin to develop your intuition, your spiritual work. Um, I'm being very general here, but again, like I said, that's what the calls are for, to be a little bit more specific and see if this is right for you, because we will be, both of us will be committing for quite a period of time. And within this period of time, you will see progress and development in why you're doing this. And the first session is 2 hours where I will work with the tarot to look at the energy themes that have been playing in your life, where you have had blocks or challenges, or where you do have them, trauma as well, what we need to work on healing, and where we need to go, and what beings we need to work with, whether they're the archangels or ascended masters or the fairies, the elementals, Mama Earth, who we need to work with to access this wisdom. I will be your guide and help you in this process, whether it, like I said, it's a healing journey or expansion in higher wisdom. And throughout this 3 month or 6 month period, you again, please, I would say for you to look up on my website, because I have it all mapped up what we're going to do with each session, where I will be giving you either Reiki treatments, intuitive guidance, shamanic journeying to access wisdom and go into different places, whether it's going down into Mother Earth, connecting to our galactic family, etc. And again, we will make it very personalized for you and where we're going with this. This is a very, very in-depth, intense journey, but so magical and can take you and expand you to so many different places. It's so much fun for me to work with people in this way. So if you feel like this could be for you, that you're feeling called for this, or you'd like to take this step, please reach out, email me, message me, and we will set up a call to see if this is the right thing for you. Let to let everybody know, I'm only taking 5 people for this. So I can only, as I do my one-on-one sessions with people where, once in a while, like, maybe once a month, I see you for a reading or a Reiki treatment, and that this is very specialized to seeing a lot of progress. We do want to see over that period a lot of shifts and healing and insights and that, which we usually do, of course. Um, but I can only give so much energy to you for that. So I can only see 5 people. And that's why I do the calls first, to see if this is right for you. And also, you want to make sure that I'm the right person to work with you as well. That's so important. So, so important. So we do those calls. Those calls are free. There's no cost to that. That's just simply 15-minute, 20-minute chat to see if it's right and what we're doing. And if we feel both comfortable with it, we will, after September 10th, the end of September is when I will begin those journeying with those 5 people. So, like I said, please check out my website at www.heartalchemy.ca, or you can email me here, aekolbaba@gmail.com. And I would love to hear from you and talk with you and just connect. The fall is coming, and the energy is just so amazing, so many opportunities for creating and manifesting and creating that magic. It's time, you guys. So let's go. We've got this. We're doing it together. I hope you all enjoyed this beautiful video today. I hope you all got something out of this. I hope you are excited, like I am, about the new offerings I have that are coming starting September 2nd. I hope to see you live on September 2nd if you are available. And I'll get that email out to you a couple of days after this video. So please watch out for that. And any questions or anything you have for me, please reach out. Don't be afraid for that. I love hearing from you guys. Have a beautiful and wonderful day, a beautiful, wonderful week. We're at the end of August. We made these intense energies. We did it. We did it together, all of us. And we're ready to step out into the new, into the fall. Love to see you then. All the best. Love you. Have an amazing day and a week.